Hello viewers and welcome to my new video. In today's episode I'm gonna be talking to you about a situation where you as a mixing engineer receive a track from a customer, but the track actually isn't up to scratch. So if you discover there's something wrong with it, or perhaps where you are unable to fix it with what's available to you, say for example inside your door. So that's exact situation has happened to me recently when I was mixing a track by a band called Big Bad Cat. And the track is called Can't Make This Right, and I've actually got another video on the entire mix. I've got the entire mix breakdown. If you'd like to go and watch that video, I'm going to leave a link somewhere here or here on the screen, and you will be able to watch that. But today we're just going to focus on something interesting that has happened. So as I was kind of receiving all the tracks for this song, to be honest, majority of them were fine, other than there was some bleed from a click track, I think from a metronome in some of the drum mics. But other than that, it was all fine. So I received two separate tracks for bass. One was for the main bass groove, and the other one was for bass, so for the intro to the song. And that particular track, bass track, just for the intro, it's got like sort of notes on the bass that ring out. And when I heard this, it basically the sounds really wobbles, so it doesn't stay sort of consistent. It just goes all over the place, and it was really hard for me to kind of do anything with it. And basically, what has happened was I had to resort to a different way of approaching this. But before I tell you about what I actually did with it, let me actually share my screen with you, and I will explain to you, and actually you will be able to hear what the track actually sounds like. Okay, so let me put my headphones on, and I will play you the actual track. Okay, so first of all, let me play you that bass that was actually sent to me. So this is the intro bass, so I'm sure you'll be able to hear exactly what I mean. So let's do that. Yeah, so can you hear that wobbliness? Let me just actually double check what I've done here. Well, can you hear how that wobbles? I actually also use some automation here just to turn things down. So maybe if I just actually show you what I've done and how I've tried, and how many things I've tried to kind of use in order to try and smooth this signal, basically, because it was so difficult to control. So let me just play that to you with all the settings that I've applied here. See what I mean? So as you can see, I've actually tried really hard to, apply noise gate, some hard compressor actually, as you can see, some extra EQ. Let me just double check this. So yeah, I've actually applied some like really big cut here, which kind of tried to get rid of all these frequencies that were kind of going on. As well as I've tried to sort of reduce any anomalies sort of differences in the dynamics, in the dynamic range. So actually this actually sounds kind of okay, with all of this on. Certainly very different from when it didn't have anything on, which was like this. Yeah, see what I mean? It's just like really, I think effectively what actually happened here is, I think that basically Vilas, who played the bass at the time, I think he kind of like plucked the strings really hard and kind of let them ring out, and it's just a bit too much attack on the strings, and basically creates that kind of the sort of strings begins to vibrate just a bit too much. And effectively that's what you get as a result of that. So it was very tricky, like I said before, to manage. So effectively, I'm gonna just show you quickly what I've done instead, because effectively I didn't want to just leave it, because it sounded really bad with the rest of the song. So let me just do something and I will just explain to you. I played that with the entire song. See what I mean? How much of a wobble there is. So with that piano, you can hear straight away what is going on. So this is what I actually did, and I'm going to show you right now. I actually had to resort to recording this part of the song, this bass intro, myself. So effectively what I've done is I've used my own bass, my own Yamaha, which is just behind me, TRBX, which I also have another video actually on that particular instrument. So if you'd like to watch that, then I'm gonna either link it here up on the screen, or I will leave it in the description below. But effectively, I had to use my own bass, and so I played it really. I made sure that I played it really gently, sort of to smooth out the dynamics, and so there wasn't that much of a difference between the quietest note and the loudest note. Okay. And also, just to add to that, actually my son really helped me, my son Grzegorz, he really helped me with getting the actual tone of the bass right, because what we actually did, and that was actually his idea to have a look at this, was we analyzed the actual the actual EQ of both basses. So we took specifically, because even I'm actually gonna show you this, even if I just zoom in on that bass that was sent to me again, and if I just show you say on this EQ here, if I just engage that, you can see straight away how bassy this bass is. Basically, there's very little of any higher frequencies up sort of above 500 hertz. And also, in order to match this bass with the actual bass track on the main bass groove, which is effectively this one here. So if I just show you that, yeah, so you can see where that bass kind of sits in the frequency range, and all you can basically tell that all the treble must have been turned down on it, and I actually don't know what bass was used. However, because my own bass is quite versatile, I then managed to, and I will show you how I did that. If I just solo on my own take of the bass here. So let's actually listen firstly to what the bass sounds like once it's recorded through my iBass. Yeah, so you can tell straight away that actually it's a lot smoother. But what I can actually show you as well is what we've managed to achieve through actually setting up the bass itself before the recording to actually make sure that all the set we kind of cut down the amount of treble on it and made it really bassy, so made it really comparable tone wise to the original bass that was sent. So let's show you that. So if I now show you that on the equalizer here. Yeah, you can actually see that this bass is also not kind of exceeding or not trying to exceed sort of 500 hertz. So that was the trick effectively that we applied to make sure that that bass sounds very, very, very similar and comparable to the overall bass. So to the main groove bass. So let me just play that to you in sort of in one go. So from the intro into the main groove, just have a listen how similar they sound. Yeah, so I think you can tell straight away that this main groove bass here is effectively all the bass that I've recorded sounds very, very similar, so you can't really tell. To an ordinary listener, you can't really tell much of a difference. So this is the end of today's video. Like I said, I just wanted to show you that what you sometimes have to do in order to sort of rescue a mix when someone sends you a track, and if a track is unusable, like in this example, that I think that would have basically destroyed the mix and the song in a way, and the impression, especially that it's like the first 10 seconds of the song where that bass starts, and you want that specific element to be kind of pleasing to a listener. So yeah, so that's it for today, and thank you very much for watching. And for further tips and tricks about mixing, please subscribe to my channel, as I make these videos on mixing and sort of in quite regular intervals. So so that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.